think that you need the chief financial
right.
officer here, and you don't say and or delegate, I mean, the chief financial officer gets it done however he gets it done.
Right. And we might not have a rod in 20 years.
Okay, so I guess
Just so you,
my next
what this policy is, it's a recommendation from you, from the government. This is one of the elements in the IRS code, and I put it superintendent's name.
No, but the superintendent's not responsible for this particular.
so
Chief
So-
financial officer.
now if we do put the chief financial officer in there, now say for instance Mr. Emerson is not that no longer, do we have to ask the next person to come in to do that, even though it's not part of what they do?
That,
This will be
we
handed to
should.
them as part of their responsibility.
It's up to the superintendent to tell them that that's part of their responsibility.
I mean, what if like you said, if the superintendent serves as that, then the superintendent can designate it to whomever.
No, I think that you
Want to keep the money things with the financial
Yes.
officer.
you know, and those kind of responsibilities with somebody who's kind of certified that way, you know. You
And
can say the
understands
superintendent
it.
does everything, you know, I mean, that's where you could put it all, but you don't want to put it all.
I believe in the district, the chief financial officer is going to be the person that is going to understand it and be able to explain it more than anyone else.
Right. And be able to see
office.
we're complying with it.
Well,
And because of checks and balances, you'd want a second person other than the superintendent to be the person anyways.
Yes.
I feel like you want to put chief financial officer.
Yes.
Sounds like to me.
That's my recommendation.
Okay. Glad you recommended
Started
that.
out with saying that was your recommendation. CFO it is.
See if there is.
adoption of policy 3510, post-issuance tax compliance policy.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education adopt Board Policy 3510, post-issuance tax compliance policy.
Support.
It is been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education adopt board policy 3510, post-issuance tax compliance policy. Roll call.
Discussion. Can I ask for discussion first, Dr. Jeffries? Trustee Battles.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
I vote aye. Trustee Stewart.
Aye.
Trustee Myers.
Aye.
Trustee Garrett. President Garrett.
Aye. Motion carries. Approval of lease agreement.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the lease agreement between Willow Run Community Schools and Washington Intermediate School District for the term beginning September 1, 2011 and ending August 30th, 2013 for Cheney Elementary School per attached.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the lease agreement between Willow Run Community Schools and Washington Intermediate School District for a term beginning September 1st, 2011 and ending August 30th, 2013 for Cheney Elementary School per attached. Discussion.
I can tell you that Mrs. Greathouse and Dr. Emerson have been working very diligently to make sure that we had a lease for Cheney, so they are both here if you'd like to. They can answer any of your questions.
Yes, on page 1, second paragraph with the numbers 2011 to 2012. Is that actually supposed to be the number 4 or the word FOR, 4?
Oh, yeah, it's for 5 classrooms. For 11, 12, they used 5 classrooms, and for 12 and 13,
So it should
they're
be
using 7 classrooms. So it says it's spelled F-O-U-R, but it should be F-O-R.
And in the first paragraph, it says the city of Ypsilanti, we need township there too as well.
I'm sorry, where are you?
The first paragraph,
Line 4.
Line 4, herein after designee as tenant, the following description premises is in the city of Ypsilanti Township.
No,
Yeah,
it's not,
actually, it's
actually,
Superior
they're in
Township,
Superior
well,
Township,
Superior.
period.
Oh, yes. Okay, all right.
So in Superior Township.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. And the last, I'm not sure which page this is.
Signature page. How's that?
Signature page, yes, that sounds great. Signature page, number E, students and tenants participating in a program located in the lease room may participate in the landlord's food service program. Can someone just highlight on that for me, please?
Because we're 100% community eligibility, we provide lunches for those students. We have our food service people take them over there, so those students eat from there as well.
Okay.
We include them in our camp.
Thank you so much.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Myers.
Aye.
Trustee Stewart.
Aye, with these changes, right?
Yes.
Trustee Miles.
Aye.
Trustee Thomas.
Aye.
I vote aye, Mr. President.
Aye, motion carries. Approval of lease agreement.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the lease agreement between Willow Run Community Schools and Washtenaw Intermediate School District for a term beginning July 12, 2012 and ending June 30, 2062 to lease the bus facility and parking lot per attached.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education approve the lease agreement between Willow Run Community Schools and Washtenaw Intermediate School District for a term beginning July 12, 2012 and ending June 30, 2062 to lease this bus facility and parking lot per attached. Discussion.
I'd just like to remind the board that this Sampson building is being leased by the ISD to house transportation for both Willow Run Community Schools and Ypsilanti Public Schools, and this was something that was brought to both boards through the task force committee.
And that's my,
Yes, it really is a 50-year lease.
and that's my point exactly. And after number 7, down where it says the landlord and tenant acknowledge that the tenant is providing student transportation, it should read for Willow Run Schools and Ypsilanti Public Schools. But it just says Ypsilanti Public Schools.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
where
that's-
you're reading, because I'm reading that it says the student transportation service is being provided to Ypsilanti schools and Willow Run schools.
2 lines above that.
6, 7, 8.
Where are you reading, Ms. Lisinski?
So it was about 6 lines down.
The landlord and tenant acknowledge that the tenant is providing student transportation services to Ypsilanti Public Schools, and the improvements will enhance the student transportation servicing being provided to Ypsi schools and Willow Run schools. I think it said that because Ypsilanti was the one that, right, they're the tenants. They were originally the tenants because it belonged to Willow Run, but now we're going to be leasing it out.
Okay.
That's why it says that, but then the last part of the sentence says that they're transporting
There's
students from both school
Yeah.
districts.
Right, but then it's, it's still,
Kind of
it still reads a little.
Kind of the emphasis there, though, is that Ipsy has to pay more. I think that was kind of why that little sentence was
Sure.
put in there.
That is-
Because Ypsilanti needs the service, we don't, we have our own, I mean, we don't need to make this change.
Okay.
But Ypsilanti's school bus terminal has to be done away with.
Okay.
So it's really to emphasize that.